What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder. I'm your host, Warren Thompson. Thanks for stopping by the channel, and most of you may know, and if you don't, this is going to be an excellent surprise for you. Jon Bernthal is returning as the Punisher in Daredevil Born again. And before you start wondering if this is just a rumor or some sort of supposed leak, nope, this is 100% confirmed by Jon Bernthal himself. And Daredevil Born Again is well underway with filming. They've been filming for a couple of months now. We've seen plenty of behind the scenes photos, but today we have a video of Jon Bernthal's The Punisher along with another Punisher. And this could mean something big or it could mean nothing at all. However, we are in the multiverse saga right now and anything is possible. So let's watch the clip and let's talk about how a lot of things are about to connect with Daredevil, Spider-Man, Kingpin, the Midnight Suns, and how Marvel is going to be connecting things leading up to the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. And if you love Marvel, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We update every day. We also have a Patreon account now you can check out in the link down below, a Discord, and a website running now as well. Let's check out the video.
I didn't know you got to get him in the head to get him down. 10 out of 10.
Crazy.
That was a 10?
That was 10. You want it? Slick. Oh, it's kind of light in there. What do you think of it? Ah, it feels great. Try to do this as fast as you humanly possibly can, okay? Don't worry about safety.
So this video is extremely cool. Jon Bernthal training for his upcoming role as the Punisher once again. However, you may notice something pretty iconic about this video. You may have noticed there's another actor in this video, and that is Thomas Jane, the man who played the iconic Punisher in the 2004 movie. So as you can imagine, this video has sparked a lot of questions in the fandom. The biggest one being, is Thomas Jane returning as the Punisher as well? Because as the video shows, he is also seemingly training. He's doing Punisher training. Now, he could just kind of be there because Jon Bernthal asked him to be there. After all, he played the Punisher in the past. He has training experience as playing the Punisher, and perhaps Jon Bernthal just asked him there for his input. Jon Bernthal has been known to consistently practice at the shooting range, so perhaps he is simply going back to the range to get ready to play the Punisher, and he has Thomas Jane there for input. But of course, we're all thinking this is the multiverse saga. There are variants now, and technically, the two of them are variants of each other. We've already seen old X-Men return from the Fox universe, from the old Fox X-Men movies that are completely separated from the MCU. However, now, with Professor X returning in Multiverse of Madness, it is confirmed that basically any Marvel movie or show that has ever been done, if Marvel now owns the rights to them, they can put them anywhere, in a movie or in a Disney Plus series. And I do think Thomas Jane's Punisher could return, but I don't think it's going to be in Daredevil Born Again. Now, this video was posted on the Instagram page of the official account for Terran Tactical. And what's funny is the caption for the video is literally "Enter the Punisher Multiverse." Now, we know that Jon Bernthal is returning for a major role in Daredevil's Born Again. He is not simply returning for just one cameo in one episode. He is fully coming back. Vincent D'Onofrio has already confirmed this. He says that Jon Bernthal's Punisher plays a major character throughout the entire series. Now, we are in the multiverse saga, but I don't think Daredevil is really going to involve the multiverse too much, unless he's been around in the MCU for a lot longer than we think. And being in New York, he could have a connection to Doctor Strange. After all, Daredevil did interact with Spider-Man, or I should say, Matt Murdock interacted with Peter Parker, but they're only one person away. Matt Murdock is one person away, Peter Parker, from Doctor Strange, so perhaps there is some sort of a connection there. However, I'm not expecting too much multiverse stuff to happen in Daredevil Born Again. Daredevil Born Again is going to set up a lot moving forward and go into the new Spider-Man films and new Avengers films as well. However, I don't think the multiverse is going to be such a huge part until we get to the Kang Dynasty. And Thomas Jane, I think, is not going to show up until then as well, and probably after that, actually. I do believe Thomas Jane could be preparing for his return as a variant of the Punisher, because based off of what we've heard so far, between the Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars, there are still going to be movies and shows that are coming out. And based off of the rumors, this isn't confirmed, but based off of the rumors that we've heard, the movies and shows that are going to happen in between could possibly take place completely and entirely in other universes. So Kang Dynasty will essentially end with Kang sort of winning and dominating the multiverse. So these other projects will show what is happening in these other universes with these other teams like the X-Men and the Fantastic Four, the Illuminati. And out of all of these other universes that we are going to see, we would like to assume that Thomas Jane is going to return and play a variant of the Punisher in one of those universes. So we'd like to think that Jon Bernthal gave Thomas Jane a call and said, hey, I'm returning as the Punisher. You're eventually going to return as well. You want to hit the shooting range and start preparing. That's what we hope, but perhaps he could just be there to give him some input and advice and just to kind of have a good time with him. Let us know your thoughts about this in the comments down below. Now, as I mentioned in previous videos, it does look like Marvel Studios and the MCU is setting up for the debut of the Midnight Suns. They might not call them the Midnight Suns, but that is what they seemingly are preparing for. We've done previous videos on it that will link in the description and in the pinned comment, but basically we have characters like Moon Knight, Blade, who is about to enter the MCU soon, Deadpool, who is about to enter the MCU soon as well, Elsa Bloodstone, Man-Thing, Doctor Strange, who put the Midnight Suns together, and soon, the Punisher. All of these characters who are a part of the Midnight Suns in the comics, at one time or another, are now all a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And we've already seen the supernatural side of the Marvel Cinematic Universe with these characters that have already been in the MCU or are coming. Kevin Feige has confirmed we are going to see different sets of teams in the MCU. So we're assuming this supernatural team is naturally going to be called the Midnight Suns, or severely hinted at. Perhaps they could be the Dark Avengers, even though that's not what the Dark Avengers are in the comics, that's what they could call them. Either way, the characters that form this team in the comics are already in the MCU or are coming to the MCU soon. So what exactly is this all building up to? Well, I do think it's building up to something big, but separate from the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars, and this is actually why I'm really excited for the future of the MCU. Yes, we are going to have these huge crossover events like Secret Wars, but at the same time, we're going to have other huge events, kind of sub-huge events, happen in the different parts of the MCU. So the cosmic side gets a big event every now and then. The Avengers team, of course, the street-level Avengers, get their big event in the Avengers films. The normal ones, not the huge team-up films. I'm talking about the first Avengers film, the second Avengers film, Age of Ultron, not Infinity War and Endgame. And of course, Secret Wars. That's why we don't believe Kang Dynasty is going to be that big of a crossover. We think that's being saved for Secret Wars. And lately, it looks like the villain of this supernatural side has probably been revealed, with Aubrey Plaza's character coming in Agatha Coven of Chaos. Now, we're not 100% sure who this is yet, but we are kind of thinking it's Mephisto. Kind of the same thing about the Midnight Suns title. They might not call her Mephisto. She could be referred to as the devil or a demon, but we're thinking that that's who she's going to be. So this could all be leading up to a big battle against her character. And that's only one side of the MCU that I think Jon Bernthal's The Punisher could be a part of. I also think he could be a part of the street-level Avengers as well. We know Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil, is going to be a part of that team. We also know that Spider-Man and She-Hulk and Falcon, possibly Bucky / the Winter Soldier, are going to be a part of that team too. And it would really make sense since the Punisher is going to be so heavily involved in the Daredevil show, and it's been said that Daredevil and Spider-Man are going to eventually meet up in the MCU, it would make sense that the Punisher would kind of go along for that ride as well. Right now, Kingpin is being set up to be a big bad of the street-level Avengers team. Hawkeye and Kate Bishop have already come kind of in contact with him already. So he is on an Avengers radar, Hawkeye's. And from what we've heard, Fisk, aka Kingpin, is going to be running for mayor of New York. So his crime organization is about to get pretty big. So big that it's probably going to require a pretty big Avengers team to take down. Now, as far as timeline goes, I unfortunately think that a lot of this is going to happen after Avengers Secret Wars, but it does give us something to look forward to after a really, really big event. Marvel has already showed us Phase 5 and some of Phase 6, and it doesn't really seem like these other big team-up sub-unit movies can go inside of Phase 6 anywhere, because building up to Kang Dynasty, we probably are going to get a little bit of multiverse stuff, especially, I'm assuming, with the Fantastic Four. But who knows, perhaps they could come before, perhaps the teams could be formed before Kang Dynasty, and then going into Secret Wars, we have a bunch of different teams coming together. That would be epic. But as of right now, based off of what we know, this is all probably happening after Secret Wars. But just think about the next big crossover event after Secret Wars, after the next saga at the end of it. We'll have so many new teams to actually come together and cross over, including the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, and then we'll have the Midnight Suns, the Street Level Avengers, the Cosmic Avengers. So if you were worried about Marvel Studios kind of slowing down eventually and possibly running out of content or characters, that's not going to happen anytime soon. And yes, the MCU lately has been shaky for some people, but Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was great, and I believe the future of the MCU can be great as well, if it's executed properly, which I do have faith in Kevin Feige. So let us know all of your thoughts in the comments down below. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos. Also, leave a comment down below to enter our giveaway for a chance to win an Xbox Series X, a PS5, some Marvel Legends items, or some DC items. Winner gets to pick, and we pick a winner at the end of each month. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter as well. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.